spoilers. What's up, guys? I'm Hunzo here, and we're going to do a quick spoiler discussion for chapter 261 of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is known as the decisive battle in the uninhabited demon-infested Shinjuku, part 33. And ladies and gentlemen, I am confident in saying no one predicted this. At least out of the vast discourse and discussion. I made 4 separate videos talking about the topic, not including the original review and the spoiler discussions. I did not predict this. So once again, I must give credit to Gege Akutami for absolutely shattering my ankles. But we have so much to talk about and so little time. So let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Editing me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, okay. Here's, I have thoughts. Okay, so let me just be real with y'all. If y'all just want to know what the spoilers are, 'cause I'm trying to keep the thumbnails vague now. Once again, at popular request, Yuta Okkotsu has taken over Gojo Satoru's body for a period of, I believe, 5 minutes. He has access to the Limitless. He has access to the 6 eyes. He has access to everything. It's why those eyes were unmistakable. It's why Gojo has the stitches on his head. No, this is not Kenjaku. I've been seeing a bunch of people immediately assume this was Kenjaku because of the stitches. I would have loved if this was Kenjaku, but no. This is very specifically Yuta Okkotsu. Now, here's the thing. This means Kenjaku could have done it. This is weird. This means Kenjaku could have done it. Because, essentially, as this filthy, disgusting creature explains, all Rika did was nibble on Kenjaku's head. So after Yuta pierced it, the reason we didn't see what happened to his head after that is because Rika, tasty. And then the brain swap happened. The brain swap specifically happened after Yuta Okkotsu himself was split in half. And then the surgery was performed by the dream team of Shoko, not Utsuhime, shockingly enough. There is no need for Utsuhime to be here. But Shoko and Nita. If you remember, Nita was the one who was keeping all the Nobara Copers alive. But unfortunately, it was not the Nobara Copers who managed to be alive. It was, in fact, Yuta Okkotsu who managed to live through the Nita hype. So, shoutouts to all the Nita fans out there, all -5 of you. But, with it being the case, this is something. I'm not, here's the thing. The only reason I'm slightly disappointed, one, it's clear that there's not really gonna be a jump sesh. Unless, and this is where it gets vague, we see that Sukuna immediately disregards Yuji. At the simple sight of Yuta Okkotsu being who Yuta Okkotsu is, the one who was willing to go farther than even Sukuna thought he would, Sukuna's elation is met as he kicks Yuji away and runs straight towards Yuta. He immediately recognizes Yuta, by the way. He mistakes him for Gojo at first, but apparently he doesn't even mistake him for Kenjaku. He's like, oh, no. That's you, Yuta Okkotsu. My fault, Uchi. I was not familiar with your game. So I do like that aspect of it. I like that Sukuna is genuinely respecting Yuta Okkotsu and his gall and his determination to go that far. Thing is, though, this could be a blessing and a curse. In the sense that maybe this domain expansion is still going to allow Yuji to engage. Now let's talk about why. Number 1, Yuji only gets kicked away. Notably, Sukuna doesn't do anything else to him this chapter. 1, because they don't think Sukuna can, and 2, because they don't think anything Sukuna could do to Yuji right now that's not like flames could actually do any damage to Yuji. I'm still in the camp that Yuji is just way too tanky for Sukuna right now, and Sukuna's output is way too low to do anything to Yuji. But we literally see Sukuna sees Gojo / Yuta, or Yuta, realizes it's him, kicks Yuji away, and then the two, we leap into a background session, and then they immediately go domain for domain. Ban for ban. Now, here's the thing. Real question is, what's the word here? What's the word on this domain for domain? Because the reason I say Yuji and Todo could still be a part of this is if the hits are selective. If Yuta can still individually pick out who he wants to hit with Unlimited Void. And if Yuta can do the double effect of maintaining Unlimited Void, countering Malevolent Shrine sure hits. Because that will determine whether or not Yuji and Todo need to sit in Symbol Domain or if they just need to run. Now, here's the thing. In concept, that's good. I do like the cliffhanger of this chapter being a domain for domain bar off, essentially. We're going back to essentially Gojo versus Sukuna round 2, but you can see the difference in mentalities. Where Gojo would have been smiling, Yuta's locked in and focused. This is presumably his first time performing Unlimited Void. This is the first time him having access to the Limitless proper. This is the first time him basically doing anything with Gojo's body. He immediately comes in, likely teleported in, and then immediately started using the Six Eyes to their apex of Jujutsu point. So that's crazy for Yuta. But also the idea that Sukuna's domain is back, and he can use it infinitely. And unless Yuta copied everything by consuming Kenjaku, he got all of Kenjaku's knowledge, and by consuming a piece of Sukuna, he got all of Sukuna's knowledge. Unless he pulls out an open barrier domain or a compressed domain, which he may be able to do by just copying Gojo's muscle memory, I'm not exactly sure how this one's going to go. And physically, the real question becomes, how well can Yuta use this body? Because this is his first time doing anything like this. At least, now we don't know, just based on how this filthy creature explains it, it seems like Yuta got the body and the technique today. Right here. Right now. Like, this is it. Like, this is it. This is all an on-the-fly thing that he just got December, 26th, whenever this battle's taking place. So that's huge. He's essentially going to have to freestyle, hypothetically, in a 1v1 against Sukuna. Now, here's the thing, though. If he can use... we run into the same issue. If he can use a fraction of Gojo's abilities to their full potential, because look at Gojo's body. It is perfectly healed. It is perfectly all together. We don't even get to see markings. For all the people who are hoping for a shirtless Gojo resurrection, no. The only stitches or cuts we see on this Gojo is specifically Kenjaku's technique. With that being the case, he's fully fresh. But this is still a Sukuna who's giga nerfed. So the question is, how's Sukuna going to win? Because that has to happen, right? Like, there's no way Sukuna doesn't win. Right? Because once again, the big issue that I find myself having on an initial read of this, and I can see a lot of other people having, is the concept that Yuji's spotlight is getting taken away by Yuta, the old main character. Now, I know every single Yuta fan is creaming to the moon. I know every single one of them is. I can think of 3 Yuta fans in particular. I will not name names, but you know who you are. I'm not sure if one of them watches the actual channel, but you know who you are. I know that you're busting beyond Jupiter right now. I can literally, if I were to open up my window and look at the night sky, I could see a straight cream stream going all the way to Pluto and blasting far beyond the reaches of the galaxy. But still, this is Yuji. Like, it's crazy to say this. This is Yuji's story. Who's Yuji's main villain? And hey, once again, unless the merger being Kenjaku theories end up being true, Yuta, you already took down a main villain. And presumably literally ate them, or at least Rika ate them. So, like, dog. Talk about stealing spotlight. But I guess this goes into the idea that a lot of people are talking about. Sukuna's still too strong, right? Yuji doing anything, even though with 8 black flashes, isn't good enough. He's still not good enough to die. So you have to bring Gojo back. But this is the most roundabout way to bring Gojo back. And that I'm okay with. Notably, I'm happy it's just not Gojo. It's him in body. Just like, I kept saying in my videos, you can bring him back in body. You can bring him back in physicality, in ability, in limitless, in Six Eyes. But just don't bring back Gojo. This isn't Gojo. This is Yuta. And we're going to see how Yuta uses the body differently. And another major question that comes from this, and I think the most important question, is this all he has? He does go for his domain expansion. He does not go for his own. Now, we know Kenjaku went for Geto's presumable domain expansion. Unless you believe that the domain that Kenjaku used is the gravity technique, which I'll make a whole video talking about why I think it is not the gravity technique. I actually think it is cursed spirit manipulation. I think the sure hit effect is just Uzumaki's. But with it being the case, if you think that was the previous domain, the real question becomes, why didn't Yuta go for his? And then apply the limitless to get the infinite swords and the infinite techniques. And the thing is, where's Rika? Can Rika come in? Like, that's the thing. How much correlates and transfers over to this Yuta, since this is his first time using the technique, first time using the body, first time for everything? I don't know. And that is both a blessing and a curse, because I don't know. I don't know how Yuji can factor into this. I don't know how Toto's going to factor into this. I don't know if this is just going to become the Yuta and Gojo Sukuna show. And apparently, I read this somewhere. Once again, I have little to no translation. The leaks at the time of recording came out like 10 minutes ago. Not 10 minutes ago. I think I saw them at 11:36 and recording really like 30 minutes after that. But still, apparently Yuta's just destined to die. Like, he has 5 minutes to maintain this. So one way or another, he's gonna lose in the long run. But the question is how much damage he's gonna be allowed to do. Once again, Sukuna's 2-armed. And barely, realistically. No-hearted. Missing a whole eyeball. Like, I don't know how much we're gonna really let Yuta do. And how much we're gonna let other characters get in on. This is hype. Don't get me wrong. But this is where I'm in that mental fugue state. Where it's like part of me is geeking to the moon. The other part of me is horrified. But once again, I'll chalk this up to my trust in Gege and my faith in the idea that this isn't going to work. Just in the same way that Gojo didn't work, or Kashima didn't work, or Higuruma didn't work. Well, this is a very crazy plan that takes aspects of every single element of the verse that has been set up so far, and builds on multiple, and wraps up multiple different plot lines of Yuta hypothetically dealing with Kenjaku, Yuta getting Kenjaku's technique, Sukuna getting a rematch with Gojo in one way, shape, or form, Sukuna acknowledging somebody other than Gojo properly, in the case of Yuta Kotsu and his respect, seeing another proper domain clash, which a lot of people were hoping that Yuta was going to say. And honestly, I know a lot of people are happy about this. Yuji getting sidelined. This chapter holds a lot. A lot of good, a lot of conflict, at least for me personally, because I'm a massive Yuji yucker. I love Yuji. So seeing him simply get kicked aside for this, I just really hope Yuta allows him in the domain. And he can fight, and we can do something with this, and not just become the Yuta, the Yujo, and Sukuna show. Please. But overall, once again, I'm doing really quick. I'm not even talking about like the interesting character stuff that happens in the middle of this chapter, the confirmation of certain things. There's a bunch of stuff that happens in this chapter. I can just tell by the images and what little rough translations I have that I do want to talk about more in depth, and some theories I do want to talk about more in depth that are opened up by this chapter. But once again, those are for the long spoiler discussion. I just want to hit the big main points, my big main thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed the spoiler discussion. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave big brain play. Literally leave big brain play in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure to hit that little notification bell so you not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon below where you can support me for as low as $1 things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include the live reaction to this very chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen, every variations of all my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a also, do a link to my Ko-Fi down below, where you can donate 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video, or anything to help a brother out. But now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dagger the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members: O'Connor Plays, Greyhound, At Kids Void, Astro, Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, King Sukuna, NMA, Real Rare, Paris Arnold, and G Prosper. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 members: Super Gamer Q, Steron, Sean, Sammy, Oexian, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Josh Brown, and A+A. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $7 member, Autumn Mornings Lazo. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $10 members, Robbie Uchiha and Jay Warrior. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $10 patrons, Joaquin Munoz, and Idem Okami. And I'd like to give a final gargantuan thank you to our $25 patron, Calvin Elder.